There we go, we're live. Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. I hope you're all doing amazing as always. Today we're back with a community event stream. It's been a little while since we've done one of these, but huge props to IF England for creating this really fun, exciting event here at Stansted Airport. It's very busy at the minute, so admittedly I have taxied out to the runway a little bit earlier just so that we can have a prompt departure today, so that we're not sitting on the ground for too long, because of course it would get boring if we're sitting in line for too long and not flying the plane, because we like to fly the planes on the streams rather than sit on the ground. So welcome back, every single one of you. Let's see some hellos in the chat as always. Swavey, what's going on? Anshul, good to see you back here. Anshul, Aviator EK, Lazy Lime, Southwest 2115, Air Canada 143, Great Aviation, what's going on? Gonzo, Dominican Putin, who else have we got here? Khalid XD, and Flight England himself for creating this event. Hello, welcome. Thank you for creating the awesome event and hosting for us today. This is really cool. It's very busy here right now, so if you would like to depart, I would say maybe within the next hour, I would spawn now and start making your way out to the runway as quick as possible, because this event actually is very busy. I'll be honest, I didn't really expect it to be this busy, but wow, it is. So congratulations, IF England. Very amazing turnout for you so far, and it's only going to get even busier throughout the next couple of hours. Luma, welcome to the stream. Gonzo just gifted 10 Infinite Flight memberships. Well, welcome to the channel. To those 10 of you that have just become a channel member, enjoy the free month from Gonzo. Gonzo, thank you very much. Enjoy your exclusive channel member perks. With that said, like usual, I'm not going to stall for massively too long. I would like to get airborne and head over to Prague today, which is where we're flying to. That is our destination. Around 564 nautical miles to cover, so really it's not too long. It's a pretty nice flight time of around, I would say, at the very most, 1 hour 30. But I'm pretty sure we could knock some minutes off of that and make it slightly quicker. We'll be cruising at, of course, 0.78 today with the Ryanair 737-800 at flight level 470, or 47,000 feet. So, with that said, let's not stall for too long. Let's go ahead and tune into Tower, not the 80s this time. We're already more or less ready to go. Weight and balance, a flight plan, everything's already done. So all we have to do now is literally request takeoff clearance and head over to Prague. So with that said, let's go over to ATC, over to Tower, request departure, runway 04, departing east today. I was kind of debating going down to Palma de Mallorca or Barcelona, because Barcelona is obviously quite new as well in 3D, and it looks the last time I checked, very busy down there anyway. But you're sort of breaching the 2 hour mark on that sort of flight. So I thought, let's keep it nice, short and sweet as usual, and head over to Prague today, which we haven't actually flown to on a stream, and I also haven't flown to Prague myself on Infinite Flight. So completely different, something different for a change. IF England, I see you there. Noah, welcome to the stream. Good to see you back. Did I say 47,000? Did I say 37,000? 37,000. There you go, my bad. Oh, we can try and go to 47,000 feet if you really want to. 370. Flight level 370. Yeah, I would be kind of worried actually if we went that high. I mean, I haven't actually tuned that into the autopilot, so there we go. A typo in my head. 37,000. Can we have a long haul stream again? Probably not. Sorry. Will there be a giveaway? Marius, yes, of course, there will be a giveaway today. Thank you for jogging my memory. We'll do like a quiz type giveaway today again. We haven't done one of those in a little while, but we'll do like guess the airport or something like that, where you have to guess the correct answer in the chat if Nightbot works for a prize. If not, we'll just completely scrap the idea and just do the active user giveaway, which actually is usually a little bit easier. But hopefully Nightbot has been fixed since the last time we tried to use that feature. We'll give it a little bit of a test later on in the flight. Average Ryanair flight, yeah, so my flying skills will be top notch today. I'll try my best. We'll fly fully in the cockpit view today, like this. See how much of a professional pilot I can be. Can't promise you a smooth landing, just like Ryanair. But we'll see. Now, maybe it will be smooth. We'll find out, of course, in an hour and 30's time. Hopefully we can get airborne ASAP. What altitude are you going to? Not 47,000. We're going to flight level 370 today, 37,000 feet. Just to jog the memory of those of you who haven't heard that just yet, or those of you that are just tuning in. If you're flying with us today, 0.78 for the speed and 37,000 feet for the altitude. Of course, trying to keep a decent separation between other aircraft, 3 nautical miles at the very minimum. Though I would recommend maybe 3 more than that, maybe 6 miles at the minimum, to be honest with you. Oh, looks like we have an escort here. Of course, if you're flying too close to other aircraft or there's some crazy stuff going on once they're up there, you're always more than welcome to descend or ascend to avoid crashing into other traffic whilst in the air. Nash, welcome to Superfan. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Awesome stuff. Enjoy your perks. When's the next update coming out? You know I can't say this. I can't say, sorry. But soon. It's just gone into beta testing. So, around the corner. Just saw Stansted on a live flight, and it's very busy. Aviator EK, you're not wrong. This place is very busy right now. Look at the line and the terminal. I'm glad we're not over there, to be honest. I do feel for those of you that are right at the back of the line or just spawning in. It's not very good. IF England said, Dan, this is a great event for me. Oh, it is indeed. It's a very good turnout so far, as I mentioned. And yeah, you should be proud. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. London traffic, anyway. London, or like the most... I mean, let's face it. If you host an event around London or Amsterdam or like the usual busy areas in Infinite Flight multiplayer, then you can almost guarantee that it's going to be somewhat decent traffic because people like to fly around those areas anyway. So, good choice. Good choice for this airport. Shed some light on Stansted. Some low-cost chaos, should we say.
November 2306.
Is the music playing? The music stopped. I'm not sure why it's not playing through here. There we go.
Pushback approved. November 2306.
IF Hong Kong. Unfortunately, I can't join the event, Dan, because I need to sleep for my trip to Japan tomorrow. Have fun flying. No worries at all. Have fun in Japan. Nice.
Ready for pushback with information golf.
I'm stuck in line, Dan. Don't worry, I'm low-key a little bit stuck too. See, I'm not sure if there was a controller change. Oh. I'm not even on tower. It's some reason switched me to ground. Oh, whoops. For some reason it switched me to ground. I'm not too sure what happened there. Let's just disregard last message and request departure again for runway 04 departing east, just so that ATC don't get confused. To the controller, Donald Boy, sorry there for the confusion. I'm not too sure what happened. I for some reason was on ground. Might have been because the controllers switched or whatever, but there we go. Hold short of 4. Gonzo said, Dan, do you really make your bed every day? Yes. Yes, you should, and you should make your bed every day. Although, I do have the mentality sometimes to say, well, I'm only going to get back in it tonight. So should I make... But yeah, make the bed. Keeps the place tidy. Aviation, how many countries? How many countries have you been to? Real countries? I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. Sorry, I'd have to work that out. But you can go to if you're on Discord and you click on my Flight Radar 24 in my bio or my forum bio, you'll be able to see the places that I've been to. Most recently, I went to Croatia. Right, line up and wait 04. Let's go ahead and turn our strobes and landing lights on. Slowly crawl onto the runway. Relatively light today. Around 29% fuel, that's 2.5 hours, about an hour reserved just in case, which I highly doubt we're going to eat into. Passengers, I think around 117 packs today on board, and the not very many suitcases. The hold's quite empty today. There we go, cleared for immediate takeoff. So let's just very quickly calibrate, whip it onto the runway, and full send. Let's see here. Oh, have a look at the chat once we're airborne now. Give me a moment here. There must be traffic on final. So we'll do this as quick as we possibly can. There we go. Takeoff power. It's going to be a very quick takeoff. Let's reduce that just a little bit. 89% N1. Oh, go around. I just heard it. Let's slowly start to pull back now. There we go, we're airborne. Gears coming up. I'm gonna hold it there around 10 degrees, maybe a little bit more.
Stansted Tower, Delta Echo Mike Oscar November, inbound on the
We'll enable LNAV. There we go. Autopilot's doing its thing already. Lovely stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Nice departure, eh? There we go. Donald, thank you so much for the service there and the help getting me out ASAP. Let's go ahead. Missing messages. Thank you. Good day. I'm all tune out. Go over to. Ooh, we have Essex radar departure, I think. Look at our speed here. Bring those flaps up. Increase that vertical speed real quick. 3,500 feet per minute for now. We've got London Centre. I'm actually going to stay on tower here and request frequency change. I'm not quite sure which frequency we should go to, so let's see here, see what we get sent over to. Almost at 250 knots. There we go. Let's watch our speed here. Climbing very quick, like a rocket today. And there we go. Essex radar on 120.62. Cool. Thank you, tower. Send and switch, and we'll check in IFR. And then I'd imagine we might be sent over to London Centre after this one. Not quite sure, but we'll see. There we go. Radar contacts. Who's on frequency? Danish 12. Nearly 6,000 feet already. Climbing nice and quick. I think we're the leader of the pack today. We are. Nice. Wow, it's been a while since we've been first in line. Wow, that's incredible. Drav. Welcome to Superfan. What's going on? Jake's Aviation. Welcome to Superfan as well. Thank you for coming, channel members. That's great to see. Enjoy your perks and enjoy the brand new exclusive Discord channel perk. If you'd like to find out more about channel memberships, just click the link in the description. What's the destination, Dan? We're going to Prague today. Different one. Haven't been there before, but yeah, over to Prague today. Hey, Jake's brother. Who's Jake? Who's Jake? Ricky's Aviation said, how was the short trip to Croatia? I saw you meant to find a private jet to Ibiza. Yes, allow me to explain. Liv and I were supposed to go to Ibiza on a private jet. A Citation XLS Plus, to be precise, from Biggin Hill. Long story short, that got cancelled, but we had already booked our return flight with EasyJet from Ibiza that evening, because it was just supposed to be a day trip. So it was like, great, well, we don't have flights to Ibiza. Our friend was supposed to come, and we didn't really want to go to Ibiza anymore after that. So we made a very, very, very last-minute lucky change to... we checked like the availability on staff travel, whatever, and we managed to get to Split for the day, which was actually pretty cool. Split, actually, from what we saw anyway, pretty stunning place. The airport's actually really nice. So, of course, we're all av geeks. If you're looking to go to a cool place where there's some cool planes and stuff, Split's a really neat place. The approach and the planes there are really fun to watch, especially when you're laying on the beach. But yeah, we went. It was a great day. We literally flew to Split. The airport is like right on the beach, so we literally got off the plane, walked to the beach, sunbathed all day, went for a swim, then got back on the plane the same day and flew home. So that was kind of crazy. It was a very, very, very exhausting day. I think we was awake for 26 hours. Woke up at like midnight, 1 a.m., something like that, and didn't get home until the next day at 2 a.m. So it was a long day, but it was worth the memory. It was worth the memory. There we go. We're at 15,000 feet. Let's go ahead and just lower the nose real quick here. Allow our speed to increase to 295 knots. Dan, my brother saw you flying from Japan to Split yesterday, lol. Yes, Jake's Aviation. That's pretty funny. A couple of us were flying from, I'm not too sure where it was in Japan, but there was like a hurricane or something crazy going on. So I thought, let's go and fly from there, because that's fun, okay? Flying in pretty incredible weather conditions. So we took off from there with the intent to land at LaGuardia, because that's what was on the ATC schedule for the next day. However, in the morning when we woke up, there wasn't very much traffic going into LaGuardia. So we thought, you know what, let's change it. Let's just see how far we can push this plane. So then we changed the destination to London and was like, right, let's try and take it to London. And so we got to London and then decided to change it even further because we had excess fuel, and went all the way to Split with around 3% fuel remaining in the 737 BBJ. So that was a pretty fun one. Let's just send a switch here over to London Centre, NJ24 on frequency. Check in IFR. Speed's nearly where we want it to be. Radar contact. Okay, right, let's see here. Let's just increase the throttle just a tad. I really want to get to our speed so I can monitor the chat more than anything. There's 295. Brilliant. Right, okay. Leave it like this for now. Climbing at 2,500 feet per minute, up to 37,000. Don't you live near a beach? Gonzo, yes, we do live near a beach. Live very close to like Bournemouth Beach and like Christchurch, whatever, like around the area, so which is really convenient. We love to paddleboard. That's like our new hobby. We're doing that tomorrow. I'm so excited because the weather recently in the UK has been absolutely terrible, so it's not really paddleboarding weather unless you have like a wetsuit or something. It's just not enjoyable when it's raining and cold anyway. So hot weather tomorrow. Excited to go out for a paddle down the river, which will be great fun. What airline did you take? Today we're using Ryanair at Split. It took EasyJet, of course. Let's see. But yeah, Gonzo, we live near the beach, but of course the UK beaches are nowhere near what the beaches are like elsewhere in Europe. So whenever we get a chance to go to a nicer beach, of course we'll jump at the opportunity. Captain Nogi, what's up? Welcome back. How's life treating you? I haven't seen you here in a little while again. Sort Dan Flyer from Miami. Let's see what else. Why did you take off with so much fuel? I packed an hour reserve just in case we need it, which I highly doubt we will. Usually we're actually quite far behind in the line, which means traffic on arrival is quite busy and we have to do a few circles or whatever. But yeah, maybe there was too much fuel today. We didn't really need this much, but still, we're still very light, so it's not an awful lot more than we need. What's this? My net is lag in 1 or 2 secs. What do you mean, Nash? Dan, should I fly the BBJ 737? Yeah, Southwest 2115. Do it. It's a really cool plane, especially if you want to do some like private long-haul flights. I can see. Oh, speaking of private flights, I can see Matt here. Big Crusher at looks like climbing to maybe 410, 420 in the Challenger 350. There we go. Matt, if you're watching the stream, what's going on? Dan, can me and you do a flight? Yes, absolutely, of course, you're a channel member. So keep your eyes peeled on the channel member Discord text channel, specifically for private group flights.
London Centre, Blue Max 911.
That's a perk of becoming a channel member. Once a month, we go ahead and do a private group flight with all of our channel members. So if you are a channel member and you aren't a member of the Discord server, I'd recommend joining the Discord server so that you can actually make the most of that perk. Of course, please allow up to, I would say, 48 hours for your role to sync with Discord from YouTube as well, because it's an automated process and we don't have any control over that. Dan, I was the Air Canada that flew into your plane on the Abu Dhabi to Toronto group flight, call sign 117. I didn't see that. Where was that? When was that? Was that like in cruise or something? Because I probably was nowhere near my device when that happened. Captain Nogue said, wild, final weeks of university, then move into North Carolina in a month. Wow, nice. Safe to say that I've been busy, but always time to stop by and say hello to you all. Well, good luck with the move. Good luck with the move. And of course, good luck with the finals at university. Matt's making his way to flight level 450. Nice. Yeah, it's kind of cool that we saw you. I wouldn't have noticed that you were there if I didn't see your purple name out the corner of my eye there. How much time till arrival? Not too long. We've got 46 minutes until we reach that top of descent. Around an hour and 3 minutes so far until we arrive. So we should be maybe 10 minutes ahead of schedule on today's flight. We'll see, especially considering we're surprisingly first in line, which is great. Hi Dan, I found a YouTuber that's looks like me, and he's also from England. That's weird. He's a clone, my twin brother, right? He's AI, he doesn't exist. It's fake. Every time they give away is the prize a pro subscription. 90% of the time, yes. It's usually a month to Infinite Flight Pro. However, on occasions, on special occasions mostly as well, we do different types of giveaways as well, like our merchandise. Maybe we could start doing some like Nitro, Discord Nitro giveaways as well. That'd be kind of cool.
Thank you. Good day. Echo India Lima India.
Sadly, Dan, I can't come to the LAX meetup. No worries at all, Southwest 2115. But thank you for reminding me. That's a new thing. I'm not too sure if any of you have seen this on our socials or on the forum, most importantly, but on October 14th, this year, we're going to be hosting a meetup at LAX, specifically the In-N-Out Burger spot-in location, right, because it's a really neat spot. Myself, Jason, Laura, and Philippe should be there. We'll be very excited to meet some of you, so if you are interested or you're in the area or you think you can fly to that area or drive, whatever, then make sure you check out the forum, community.infiniteflight.com, or the link in our YouTube bio, or even the description of this video, to find out more information about the LAX meetup. Very much looking forward to it, and what's even cooler, and honestly, I had no clue this was happening when I was planning this event, to be completely honest here. And to those of you that are coming, this is very exciting. There's actually going to be a solar eclipse as well, just before the meetup. What are the odds? So that's pretty cool. It's going to be a really, really neat trip, actually. Really, really cool day. So again, if some of you are in the area or would consider traveling to LA to hang out with us for the day, and of course other community members and watch planes, what more could you ask for? Then definitely check out the forum and sign up if you can. Really, really looking forward to that. Any work in progress shots today? Not today, Simon Webber, unfortunately not. Aviator Griff was going on. Griff, good to see you back. I appreciate it, Dan. Give my regards to Laura and the rest of the Infinite Flight team. Missing you all. Keep up the amazing work you do. I will do. Don't you worry. I'll mention it in our next meeting. Let's see. I hope it's sort of butter landing. I don't know. I'm going to try and land as smooth as I can. But of course, if it's a bad landing, then no shame. It's you can't hate me for that because they usually are. So realism. Let's see. What's up, Dan? Dream bigger. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you back here. I would have come, but I'll be in Bali. Bali's also pretty cool, so I wouldn't be complaining. Oh, wait, you're hosting something on October 14th? Yes, at LA, October 14th, 11 a.m. till 5 p.m., Infinite Flight Community Meetup in person. As I mentioned, I'll be there. Jason will definitely be there as well. Laura and Philippe should also be there. So, exciting day. Maybe... just maybe, we mentioned this on our Discord stage the other day, but clouds, maybe we will be able to have a device, probably Laura's, and maybe we can show you some exclusive whip shots in person as an incentive to come. We had them at Oshkosh as well. That was pretty cool. Dan, I've sent you 2 perfect cone challenges. Did you see them? I haven't seen them, Gonzo. I'll be honest with you. Did you send them now? I see. I got the forum notification. No, I'm not sure. There we go. Frequency change approved. Good day. Oh, Deer Crush is right in front of us as well. We'll just tune out here. MJ24, thank you very much for the service here. Let's just go ahead and tune out. We don't need to be on any center frequency now unless someone else comes online in the next 38 minutes before we begin our top of descent down into Prague. Stan, what's up? Welcome. We should do a meetup at JFK. Oh, believe me, it's been on the table. We've discussed many different locations for community meetups, and we're definitely interested to do more in-person community meetups. There might be another one after the LA one this year, but again, we'll just leave that one as another surprise. We'll tell you close to the time. It won't be JFK though, unfortunately. But yeah, we're interested in doing some more of these. So of course, keep your eyes peeled as always for more in-person meetups. Always very fun to do. Especially the Zurich one. That one was great. Those of you that attended that and we managed to go on the airside bus and stand next to the runway, that was amazing. That was super cool stuff. Dan, I sent you a friend request on Discord. I'll try my very best to accept it. But there's so many friend requests on Discord. If I'm honest, I don't usually look at them. Or you can DM Dan some cash and he'll send you some cloud pics. Sure, yeah, £1,000. No giveaway? Yes, we'll do a giveaway, but not just yet. We'll do it a little bit later on. Zurich was awesome. Yes, Anshul, you're at Zurich. And Anshul, here's something cool. Anshul is flying all the way from Amsterdam to LA for the LA meetup. That's commitment. That's dedication. Hats off to Anshul for that. With connecting flights as well, I believe. Dedication. Jet lag's going to be real. I mean, for me as well, the jet lag's going to be crazy. I fly into LA the day before the meetup. So my jet lag's really not going to like me. But, anyway, there we go. Honolulu meetup. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool as well. I have to try and convince the bosses about that one, but we'll see. Staff vacation. You should come and do one at Zurich. We can go to Dock E. Is Dock E open now? Where was we at in the previous one? The other dock, the one that was just above like the normal area. Have you ever thought about an Africa meetup? We haven't. I'll be honest with you. We haven't discussed any of that yet. A350 1000 one day. That would be cool. I'd like to see it. But of course, I mean, we haven't discussed this internally right now, so I don't expect it anytime soon. Maybe I'm going to LA on the 5th, 2040. What? That makes no sense. Oh, you have a head following camera? I don't. And you know, a lot of people actually point this out. I don't have a head tracking camera, but I must do. I don't understand. I literally, when I got this camera, I just went on the shops and I just bought it, and cool, like, it's great. It was like a kit at the time, so I thought it was a really cool idea. But like, I didn't look at the features. I knew it was like okay quality, like 4K at like I think it was 28 or 29 frames a second. But it like sometimes it's not going to do it now, but it sometimes follows. Look, you see that? It follows my head sometimes. It's weird, and I don't know, but it's cool. I'm not complaining. I never knew these cameras can actually do that. I know the iPad camera does, but I didn't realize like a Canon camera can also do that, right? Dan, you're so great. You can't stop saying this. Thanks, IF England. Your event is awesome. Move your head around a lot and we'll see. See, it's not tracking it now. But then it does look very subtle movements. Very subtle ones. No, now it stopped. Now it stopped. See? That's what I mean. I don't even know if it's supposed to be a thing. Weird. Dan, will we know what aircraft is coming after the A380 soon? No, probably not. I think the current action plan is to focus on the A380 and release the A380. Then after that, we should be in a position to announce the next aircraft, which we have been talking about internally, so it's a cool one. That's odd. Oh, where's FCO? FCO. IATA code for, is FCO. Where is this, Federico? Probably an alpha feature on your camera still under testing. Yeah, probably. Maybe your head is magnetic. Yeah. Ah, FCO Rome. Rome. Ooh, that's kind of a cool idea. Are there very many? The thing is, when we plan these in-person community meetups, we want it to be like accessible. I mean, we of course require the best facilities around as well, so that, you know, it's easier to do. Like, for example, we were thinking about Mallorca at one point, which is great, and never say never. We could probably still do that one in the future, as it's like quite close to me anyway, so it's not hard to do. But the only problem with Mallorca is there aren't any facilities near the end of the runways, or at least I don't think so anyway. like, for example, the London Heathrow meetup, you had facilities around. You had toilets, food, drink, everything accessible, like parking, whatever. Same with LA, you have parking. Zurich, you had trains, trams, parking, food, toilets, everything. Like, that stuff really matters. We can't really do a meetup at an airport where you're standing down one end of the runway and there's nothing around you. It'll be slightly uncomfortable. You wouldn't have anywhere to go. You wouldn't have any shade, shelter, food, drink, toilets, anything like that. The stuff that you need, just the basics. So airports that are really like sparse and middle of nowhere, we probably will avoid doing. Manchester has a whole viewing park. We looked at Manchester actually as well. That was on the agenda. That's a really good one. Huge potential as well, especially like at that pub sort of area at the end as well. St. Martin meetup would be epic. Laura mentioned that actually in the Discord stage. Imagine we managed to do again, but the problem is it's probably very expensive for a lot of people to get there. So it wouldn't be very feasible, I don't think. As cool as it would be, I don't think very many people would show up. Yeah, Jet Blast with the community members. Yeah, pretty interesting. Manchester Airport has a pub. Yes, Deer Crusher ahead of us, 13 miles. We've only got 30 minutes until we approach our top of descent. Saba meetup. Imagine. Manchester traffic is also starting to increase again, so that could be cool. Yeah, I mean, there's always potential. $50 aircraft in line for takeoff at Stansted. Really? Let me have a look here on live flights just very quickly. Prague's got a little bit of traffic right now. The UK, on the other hand, Stansted in particular. Wow, Stansted is very busy. Very rich. S, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Stansted is very busy right now. See on my end. We'll most likely be landing in Prague with aircraft still waiting for departure at Amsterdam. Not Amsterdam, sorry. At Stansted. I just saw someone said Amsterdam in the comments. Amsterdam would be great for our meetups. More accessible. Runway 927. McDonald's beside it. Can't complain about a McDonald's. I'm pretty sure there's also a spotting area or a social area at Amsterdam as well. We'll see. Skiathos would be very interesting as well. Yeah, Skiathos would be a really cool one. And Corfu is also a really cool one. Lanes Aviation, what's up? Welcome to the stream. IJ Mike, what's up? Rhodes would also be a really cool place to spot. Rhodes is a really nice place. Unfortunately, it's set on fire recently, but I think it's back to normal now. I've been to Corfu, lovely place, especially for spotting. I would really like to go to Corfu. Liv and I were looking at it a couple of weeks ago for like a short trip, just before Oshkosh. I would like to go for two reasons, really. Three reasons. A, it's travel. It's somewhere new that we can check off the bucket list. B, the plane spotting is just great. It looks really nice. And C, the water's nice. We like swimming in the ocean. And Greece in general is just a very nice place. So, yeah, I'd like to go to Corfu. I need to convince Liv to go. She works on planes, and of course, when I mention something about planes, it doesn't go down very well. Dan, every time there's a giveaway, is the prize an Infinite Flight Pro sub? 90% of the time, yes. I answered this about 20 minutes ago now. Atlanta might be a good meetup airport. I could try and go to Atlanta soon. Liv's flying there on the, I want to say, maybe 9th of September or something. I could potentially try and hop on that flight. and go and check it out. See what the area's like. Yeah, I don't think roads is fine right now. The thing is, as well, with these meetups, you don't want them to be in an area that's like overly, like way too hot as well, and there's not a lot of shelter around, because then people start to get really hot and bothered. You have to handpick them very carefully. Let's go on the outside view. Looks like we have Southwest 2115 down here in the F-18, waiting to escort us by the looks of it. Oh, we actually have a Challenger just below us. Let's zoom in. If we can see them. We can. Ooh. There, look at this. Oh, bouncing around, a little bit turbulent up here. So cool when you fly past other traffic in infinite flight. And if we can see this aircraft as well, we can. Look at this. That's super neat stuff. That's one of my favorite things. This is a nice view. We'll leave it on this for now. See what's going on in the chat whilst we're here. Are there any new liveries being worked on for the next update? Of course, I won't announce any of those until we're ready to announce them. But yeah, there are always liveries being worked on. Always. It's something we like to actively work on. So. Dan, how has your day been so far? It's been nice. It's been nice. Very chill day. Very nice. Liv just got home today from her trip to... where did she go? I forget. Orlando. Just got home. So she's crashed out on the sofa right now. I said, sorry, you can't have the bedroom. I'm streaming. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. Never thought about military airport meetings? Potentially. How about the Virgin A330neo? That's on the list. Don't you worry about that. That's definitely coming. Dan, will you choose people from YouTube or Discord for the giveaway? Of course, it'll be YouTube. Will get Nightbot to do something in the chat here. To automatically pick someone out from the crowd. Today, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and give channel members extra luck to win the giveaway as well. We'll increase the chances for channel members. It's been a while since we've done that, so we'll do that today. Any new planes or jets in mind which you'd like to add? I mean, we all have our picks that we'd love to see in the sim, but I'm sure some of them won't come anytime soon because we've already got a sort of internal roadmap that we're planning on pursuing. So we'll see what the future has in store for all of us. The Virgin Atlantic A330neo is what I'm most excited for, I have to say, to Ricky's Aviation. Yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to it as well. I haven't had the opportunity to fly on it in real life yet, but I really want to because it's a new aircraft, you know, that new aircraft vibe. Everything's new. Speaking of liveries, what are your thoughts on the Air India livery when you compare it to the old livery? It's actually a kind of good talking point, really nice discussion point here. And of course, those of you can share your opinions on this in the chat right now if you really want to. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people didn't really like the livery, and there are aspects of the livery which I'm not too keen about. It's nice. I mean, I think it's okay. I think the thing is, it needed a refresh, I think, anyway, when you compare it to the old livery. The tail, in particular, looks pretty neat, I will admit, and the font, I think, looks really nice. The only thing, in my opinion, that is slightly out of place, that I don't really like, is the belly of the aircraft. I feel like they could have refined that a little bit more to make it slightly neater. But other than that, it's it's fine. Maybe it's like a bit too colourful and out there, but from like a marketing standpoint, if you want your planes to be seen, you want it to be colourful, bright, and very sort of boom, like out there, you know, like EasyJet, the bright orange planes, or Spirit. So you just plain yellow. It's just like a highlighter. What colour do you see the most? Yellow. It stands out the most. So you know what I'm trying to say. One thing I will say, whilst we're speaking about liveries, one livery now, which is starting to get really old, and of course it's like, I guess it's still up to today's standard, obviously, it's a very neat and very casual, professional livery. But one livery I think that deserves a change now, and, you know, I'll be very interested to hear your thoughts about this in the chat as well, is BA, British Airways. Livery's getting old. Like, it's been the paint scheme now for a long time. Obviously, you have the Better World one, which is kind of cool, but that's not like a universal livery. I think there needs to be some sort of refresh for BA. While it still looks nice, they've had it for a very long time. I mean, there needs to be like a bit like Emirates, how they made a small tweak to their livery. I feel like BA needs to do something similar to modernize their fleet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying with Ricky's Aviation in the chat here. BA needs a refresh, but it still looks really nice. That's the thing. Like, it's not in a desperate need of change, but I think it's still due some sort of upgrade, right? I'm not saying not so much like change the entire thing because it's just a nice livery, but like it needs something now. It's been around for too long, way too long. Plus, let's face it, every BA plane is dirty. They need to clean them or either repaint them, something like that. What are your thoughts on the new Air India livery? We just talked about that one. Every airline is just going bold with letters on the side. They are. Every airline is sort of trying to do the same thing now. I feel like the BA livery was very much ahead of its time when they first released the new livery. But now, like, airlines, especially like Emirates, for example, are coming out with more modern-looking things, and it's making BA look very like sort of average and like not fun now. To be honest, the same goes towards TAP or Turkish Qatar Airways. Through the mention of super unique. I'm not sure if anyone. Dan, do you like roller coasters? What's the scariest one you've been on? I love theme parks, roller coasters. It's right up my alley. Love that stuff. Super fun. Scariest one I've been on? Not actually, I'm not too sure. I don't really find the roller coasters scary. I just get, they're just great. I just find them fun. And honestly, they're not, like, scary at all. I think, like, the fastest roller coaster I've been on was Stealth at Fort Park. I think it's quick. Oh, actually, no. No, I tell a lie. Where was we? Paris. Disneyland. They had this one, I can't remember what it is. I think it's like an Iron Man ride or something. That thing also goes really, really quick. It like catapults you. That was a fun one. And it was like pitch black, which is super cool. Do you ever see another private jet coming to Infinite Flight in the future? I mean, obviously, this isn't confirming anything. This is just like my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I would also personally like another private jet, and I'd be more than happy to try and push for one as well in Infinite Flight. But the private jet fleet right now in Infinite Flight is relatively small, so you compare that to the commercial airliners and everything else that we have in Infinite Flight, I would say probably like It's likely. Have you been on the Ferrari one? I haven't been on the Ferrari one, no. The space one at Disneyland? I'm not too sure. I'm actually sure. Global, 7,500. Yeah, that is a pretty neat jet. That's a really, really neat jet. I would personally like to see more private jets in Infinite Flight because I like flying them around. Like, especially, like, the Challenger is a great plane, and it can go relatively far, but not far enough for my liking. I like to do long hauls, so I'd like a private jet that can go even further than that. Hood, welcome to Superfan. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Enjoy your perks. Of course, don't forget to join our Discord to sync your perks fully so that you can go ahead and join a private member-only chat there on Discord. Have you heard of Global Airlines? I have indeed heard of Global Airlines. The A380 fleet, the airline that's just starting. I have mixed opinions, but like, it's also quite cool. I wish them the very best, and I hope they succeed, and I hope they go far. It's very ambitious to start an airline with an A380 or multiple A380s, but if you have the funding and the resources behind it to support that through its starting phase, then fair enough, and you know, it could go very far. It'd be really interesting to see how Global Airlines expands and moves forward into the future. Keeping a close eye on that one. What I find really fascinating about Global is I noticed that their first flight, I believe, is from London Gatwick to New York. I'm not too sure like which slots they've got, but there's only one A380 gate at Gatwick, and Emirates 90% of the time occupy that stand. So be intrigued to see like where they actually position this A380, especially when it conflicts with Emirates as well. Dan, how do I join the membership Discord server? So all you have to do is join our normal Discord server, and upon joining, give it at least 48 hours because the roles will have to sync automatically. We have no control over this. You'll then be assigned your YouTube member role on our Discord server, which will then give you access to that specific private channel within the server. So it's just the normal server. So just join it like usual, and then you should see the YouTube members chat pop up. Even if you're not a pro subscriber, you'll still be able to access the YouTube member chat on Discord, as it's a YouTube perk rather than a pro subscription perk. "12 minutes till the top of descent. Can I ask you something?" Sure, go for it. Do you think we might get one of the Emirates Expo liveries at A380? I'm not too sure. The thing is with the 380, and I mentioned this in the Discord stage the other day, like, there's very limited routes and also very limited airlines. Usually when we add new aircraft into Infinite Flight, we add an array of liveries, whereas the A380 can only really, in theory, come with a set amount because there aren't very many 380 operators. So there might be room. Like, I won't say too much, but there might be room for some different liveries as well. We'll see. They could use remote stands. They could indeed use remote stands, but a lot of the remote stands... The thing is, a 380 is so big. I don't quite know how they would do it at Gatwick. I'm pretty sure they had a 747 once at Gatwick. That was really far down the far side of the field, which is super far from the terminal. So all passengers would have to be bussed to the aircraft, and bussing, like however many passengers an A380 can carry from one side of the airport to the other, might be quite a lengthy process. It'd be, like I say, it'd be really interesting to see how it works. They'll most likely just figure out a slot for the A380 gate anyway. But yeah. Is 23.3 almost here? I can't say, but what I can say is that it's now in beta testing, so make what you want of that. Are we going to lose liveries of those who have retired the A380? Good question, Anshul. Actually, I'm not too sure. I think as long as it stays like realistic, and those airlines definitely operated the A380 in the past, I don't see why we would remove them. I mean, maybe we'll base it off demands. We'll see. We'll see. It's like way too early to even start talking about liveries for 380 really, because it's still, you know, under the work of the 3D artists. So there's not an awful lot of information we can share about that, but Jason did mention in the Discord stage the other day to keep your eyes peeled for some more A380 whip shots, because we'll be sure to share more of those hopefully this week, towards the end of the week most likely. Are you doing flight training, and how far are you with your progress? I'm not. I've got 15 hours in a Cessna 172. Things then started to get unbelievably expensive in the UK. So I was unfortunately almost funneled into the corner to stop my training. Would I like to pursue it? Yes, 100%. But actually recently as well, I've been looking at some other options as well. I've been looking at some like cheaper alternatives, because honestly, if I'm flying, I'm happy. And I've been looking at potentially gliding. That sounds fun. But something thrilling and far cheaper as well, which I think would actually be really fun, especially in the area of the UK that I live in anyway, is paramotors. Like, imagine having a parachute with an engine strapped to your back and just flying around your hometown. Like, I don't know what the rules and regulations are, obviously, of paramotoring, but I know that obviously you can't fly too. They can go very high, and of course, if you're in an airspace which doesn't have very much restrictions, you can probably take these things to maybe like 20,000 feet or so. I think 15, 20,000 feet. I'm not sure. But paramotoring, I don't know. It might be on the agenda. It might be my first thing to do, because a PPL right now, especially at my local airport, which is Bournemouth Airport, way too expensive. They want like £310 an hour, and that's without like touch and go, circuit fees and stuff like that, which is also a ridiculous premium on top of those hourly rates. So I might try to review and pursue a different avenue before I even consider flying actual planes. Laura's here in the stream. Don't fly crazy things, please. Laura, well, listen, it has an engine, so that qualifies as like a normal machine, right? If it doesn't have an engine, then yes, I would understand you're crazy, but 1,000 feet, parachute, gliding options, fields, it's not actually that unsafe when you think. If you lose your end, like if you're flying over like a big amount of water in a paramotor, I'm sorry, that's a very dumb idea, because if your engine cuts out, you're quite screwed. But if you're flying over land, you have options available for an emergency landing, which you should always plan for anyway when flying. Things are probably quite fun and quite safe. Dan, I'm not too sure if you've heard of 𝗪𝗪𝗡𝗘𝗥𝗦𝗦 on YouTube, but it's got a ton of cool paramotor stuff. Yes, I've seen that guy. Really cool content. Actually, kind of where the idea come from, like the flying to McDonald's one, specifically. And I saw like a guy on TikTok the other day that was also flying a paramotor from, I think, like Wales to Ireland. That's a very dumb idea. Like I say, I wouldn't recommend doing that. If he lost his engine, it would have been game over for him. But I don't know. Like, it just seems like a fun like hobby more than anything. It's officially classified as a crazy flying thing. Fair enough, Laura. Fair enough. It's a crazy flying thing. But I'd still give it a go. I got in that helicopter at Oshkosh, so I'm sure I can do a paramotor as well. The helicopter at Oshkosh, amazing experience. We got a TikTok on that. Super, super cool. My first time in a helicopter. And to share that experience with Tom, the moderator, Infinite Flight, awesome guy, with him over Oshkosh, like, that was really cool. Like, your first helicopter ride over the world's biggest air show is that's something to remember. Really, really cool experience. manage an insurance liability. It's just to worry about the business. Ian, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. We've got 6 minutes until we begin our descent. On descent, we'll start doing the giveaway as usual, right? But I'm having some fun right now answering some questions in the chat, so keep throwing them at me. I'll answer them the best I can. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Yeah, very good. Very good. Thank you very much for asking. Let's see. Paramotor's coming to Infinite Flight. I'd imagine not, because it's a crazy flying thing. Is Infinite Flight hiring? I don't believe so, no. Laura actually mentioned about this the other day on the Discord stage. You tend to look out for people in the community of value to Infinite Flight. Of course, we could hire someone who has never used Infinite Flight, but then they could, like, let's say, join and leave in a year's time because they don't have the passion for it. You know, like actually a lot of jobs, it's the passion and the commitment that's very important. What else have we got here? When's the giveaway? As mentioned, as we're descending. Yes, I do remember which helicopter it was, Matt. I think it was a Bell 47, I think. It was a pretty crazy helicopter. I don't even know if you could call it a helicopter, to be honest with you. It was like just a load of poles with like a glass bubble on the front and an engine strapped to the top. It was like the most basic like home build helicopter you could probably ever go in. But it was amazing. It was amazing. It was definitely, I'd say it was definitely risky. But then things run all day. They don't turn them off. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I have a master's degree in systems engineering. Nice, Gonzo. Dan, when is the official Aviator Dan YouTube channel comeback coming? I hate to break your heart and burst your bubble, but I don't have any intentions right now to upload content to Aviator Dan. I don't really have an awful lot of time for it. There's also some other exciting stuff around the corner which would require quite a bit of time and commitment as well, which I'd like to focus on. Maybe we can, or maybe I can review that channel at some point in the future. Right now, I don't really have the time or resources to dedicate towards the channel to upload frequently. But of course, you can stay tuned with my personal stuff on Instagram. I regularly sort of do things over there. I don't know. We'll see. Don't lose hope, because it's still a pretty good channel that's just sitting there waiting to be used. Let's go ahead and turn on VNAV. Don't think we have no frequencies to tune into at the moment. Dan, we're about to cross paths, said Anthony. Where are you? Did we cross paths already? Can't see any other aircraft around at the minute. We'll leave it in this view again. Wait, is Matt flying to the same airport? Yeah. Oh, cool. See you on the ground, Matt. See you there. Was that intentional? Did we just join up coincidentally? What the hell? Does the 737 have a high nose attitude on landing? To be honest, that really depends on what your landing speed is. I don't use... I like... This is what I do, especially in Infinite Flight. I tend to not have a very high attitude on landing when the with the 737, because the nose likes to slam down quite quickly. I feel like it's easier. I mean, the 737 is a very hard plane to land anyway. I tend to land slightly faster in the 737, so that the nose doesn't slam down too much when you essentially like stall it on the runway. However, when I'm flying the A320 family, those things handle very, very nicely, and I usually have you know, quite a bit of pitch when I land that thing. So, yeah. Oh, you left from Luton? It was intentional. Oh, okay, I see. You just wanted to miss the traffic there, Matt. Good call. Good call. Aviation X, what's going on? Welcome. To control the nose, slamming down, adjust the trim. Yeah, trim is also recommended to use. Trim helps out very much. Just takes the pressure off the controls and allows you to land a little bit smoother, and even take off a little bit smoother as well without pulling back too hard on the device. Dan, can I do a live stream on Infinite live stream on TikTok? Infinite Flight players enjoy me. Just Infinite Flight giving me. You can do a live stream on TikTok, but not on the Infinite Flight account. That's exactly right. I was number 1 for departure with no one else at the airport. Yeah, exactly. A very expeditious departure, Matt. Getting ahead of everyone there. You're officially leading the flight now, essentially. Can you answer my questions at IF England? Where's your question? Ask it now. Lee said, I was on the ground for almost an hour at Stansted and I gave up trying to leave since it was so busy. It's a shame. Sorry to hear that you haven't proceeded with your flight. Maybe spawn at a local airport, like Luton, for example, like Matt did, and blast out with there with maybe a different airline if they operate this route. Maybe even EasyJet from there or Wizz. So you can get on track to Prague today. Of course, when we do these events, anyway, they're usually typically very, very busy. I would honestly never join one of these events, like from like your position here. I would never join one of these events with the intention on getting out of an airport quick. It just doesn't happen because you guys are awesome. You flood the airport. It gets very busy very quickly, and we all like to unite and have some fun. But that does come with some delays. That's why the NOTAM now says, or has always said, sorry, event in progress, expect delays. But of course, you're always welcome to spawn at a local airport and just continue that way if you find it a lot easier and you don't want to sit on the ground for too long. If England retracts the message, you missed it like 20 times, lol. Sorry, there are a lot of comments in the chat. Trying to get around to everyone. What about a rework for the F-16? My dad used to fly them in the Italian Air Force. Nice, that's pretty cool. We haven't talked about an F-16 rework, but of course, if that's something you would like to see, and it's a feature request on the forum, go vote for it. Go vote for it. It's the best way to get your voice heard when it comes to adding new features or reworking some features. Dan, are you excited about the LAX meetup? And of course, I'm coming. I'll actually get to meet you in real life. Yes, I'm very much looking forward to the LA meetup. Again, those of you that are tuning in right now or haven't heard about the LA meetup yet, this year on October 14th, we're going to be at LAX, specifically the In-N-Out Burger spotting location, to essentially watch some planes and hang out for the day. So if you're interested in that, visit our community forum, community.infiniteflight.com, where you'll be able to find out all of the information you need to know about that event. It's going to be great fun, and even better, like I mentioned earlier on, there's going to be a solar eclipse as well in the morning, just before the event, I believe, which just makes the day even cooler. Yeah, it's just going to be fun. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I can't wait to meet some of you there and to hang out in person for, you know, the first time maybe, if none of you have met the Infinite Flight team before. So it's a great opportunity. Dan, can you message me and DM me on Discord after this flight? You're more than welcome to just shoot me a message. I'll try to respond as quickly as possible. If I don't get around to it, I do apologize because the DMs are kind of a bit crazy. If anything, I'd recommend, you are a channel member, so what I'd recommend, IF England, shoot a message as well in the exclusive perks channel members, the exclusive channel member chat channel, text channel in Discord, because in that way I won't lose it. Like ping me or something or tag me on. Isn't it a global solar eclipse? To be honest, I'm not quite sure how solar eclipses work. But I'm pretty sure if you're like in England, you probably won't see the solar eclipse. It goes like right over LA, I believe. Like 70% or something like that. I guess obviously it really depends where you are in the world, or how much will be blocked for you during the solar eclipse. but like LA is like 70%, which is kind of incredible. What airline are you taking to LAX? I'll be flying with British Airways, of course. What's your ultra long haul flight in real life and an infinite flight? The longest flight I've done in real life is to LA, and the longest flight I've done an infinite flight was from Tahiti, I believe. I don't know actually. Is it? No, it might be New Zealand. New Zealand to where was it? Mumbai. It wasn't supposed to be that long, but it ended up being I just wanted to essentially see how far I could take the 777, and I ended up taking it very far. That in itself was, I think, like just shy of maybe 30 hours, and then I refueled in Mumbai and then continued to Brussels. Like I backtracked on myself. That was my longest session. I think that was like 36 hours or so. Dan, when will you add some virtual joysticks to compete with RFS? Joysticks, it's on our radar. You can of course use external hardware as a joystick for now, but like on-screen joysticks, and you know we're aware of the demand. I'll just leave it at that. What's your favorite plane in Infinite Flight and your favorite plane in real life? I think my favorite plane in Infinite Flight still has to be the 777-200. But in real life, honestly, my opinion changes so much. I can never conclude on one favorite plane. And I'm sorry, I just can't. Like it's a mix between everything. Like it really depends. But if I had to pick like a top like 3 or so, I think it would have to be the 380, the A350, I don't know, and maybe like I have so many that would like fall into slot number 3. Maybe like the 220. I don't know. It changes. What are we looking at like here? 25,000 feet. Oh, have we got a center? Not quite, but we will have center frequency soon. I just got a violation because I flew 3 aircraft with an A350. So, Sky Aviation, I wouldn't recommend flying through people's planes on the expert server. That's violatable. Unfortunately, you know, the violation's there for a reason. You shouldn't really be flying through other aircraft. I mean, I'm not like especially on a stream. Well, I just don't do it in general. I'm not overly fussed. Like when I'm not streaming, someone flies through me, I'm not really too bothered. But one thing to remember, if you're trolling on the expert server or flying through people or taxiing through people or not doing something the right way, at the same time, especially if you're at a busy place or doing it specifically to a specific user, you're ruining their experience as well. You know, they're trying to have fun and be realistic or do their flight, and then they have people like whizzing through them and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say. Aha! Look who's in the chat. So you're an Airbus fan. Blue, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen your name here. It's been a while since I've seen you, right? Flight Sim Expo. Yeah, welcome. Good to see you here, Blue. Didn't hear any Boeing in your top 3. Sorry, Blue. Are you a Boeing guy then or something? Honestly, I don't think I'm a Boeing guy. I'm more of an Airbus guy. Yeah, I'm more of an Airbus guy. Thanks for this event, Dan. Don't thank me. Thank IF England for creating the this amazing community event today. It's very busy, amazing turnout. Again, huge props to IF England, and of course, congratulations on the great turnout. It's always great to see, and we absolutely love when you make these community events, and we're able to feature them and even stream them at the very most. We would love to see more of these as well. Get creative. You're more than welcome to go onto the forum if you have the trust level to create these community events. The more we can feature, the better. We really like to feature them, but of course, we want them to be the best they can possibly be as well. We handpick these events every single month. So if you want your event featured, make it the best it can possibly be to the best of your ability, and it will be taken into consideration. I'm both. I can't decide. I just like planes. That's fair enough, Blue. That's fair enough. $20,000 feet now. Full ATC services into Prague. That's what we like to hear. Might consider a future Ventura flyout. Oh, actually, this is one thing that's really important to remember as well. I'm giving you like event tips here, and more so when it comes to us featuring community events as well. Unfortunately, if we see, and I've seen on a couple of occasions this has happened. There's been a really, really nice community event that looks brilliant. The layout on the forum thread looks amazing. However, the event that's the airport that's featured is quite small. We unfortunately are kind of forced into the position to avoid featuring it because, and you've seen firsthand today, the amount of traffic that floods these events. If it's a small airport, it's going to get congested very, very quickly. So if you are an event creator and you're looking for a #1 top tip, pick a big enough airport so that you can cater for many different types of aircraft. Otherwise, it's not going to be, even for yourself, very feasible. You always want to make sure there are enough gates for, or a decent amount of gates to suit a good portion of people. That way, it should be more successful and increase the chance of us featuring it. Who's ready for the new A380-800? I am. Really looking forward to it, actually. Can't wait to get my hands on that. Hey Dan, have you ever been on a Discovery flight? I'm doing one next week and I'm nervous. Anthony, the aviation enthusiast, definitely don't be nervous. Of course, you won't be doing a lot anyway on a Discovery flight. The pilot should be controlling 90% of the time unless they hand you the controls for a portion of the flight. Yes, I have. I did 2 Discovery flights actually at what used to be my local airport, Rochester, back in Kent. I did 2 experience flights, both actually in the same aircraft, Cessna 152, Golf India Alpha, I believe it was, a little red Cessna. Did my first one when I was 14, did another one a couple of years later to see if I definitely still liked it, and then I started to pursue my private pilot's license, which unfortunately I had to stop due to the costs of doing this, like a rocket. But yeah, no, don't be nervous. Make the most of it. Definitely, have fun. Enjoy the experience rather than be nervous. I've got my first flight lesson for my birthday in 13 days. Absolutely cannot wait. Does anyone have any clue what you'd be doing in your first lesson? Hope I'm able to fly. Yeah. You'll definitely be able. You should be able to fly. It's a flying lesson. On my first flying lesson, you get up and they say, "Whoop, the controls are yours." They're obviously there to help. But on your first flying lesson, it'll be very, very, very basic stuff, like straight and level flying, or just like something very basic. I can't actually remember now off the top of my head. I'd have to look back through like the manual on what the lessons are. And what the exercises are specifically, but it'll be very, very basic. Don't expect anything too much on your first lesson. I think I don't think it was too far. I think it was maybe like 5 or 6 hours into my training I started doing takeoffs. Then a couple of hours after that it was landings. Oh my, landings. Oh wait, hold on a minute. I need to contact here. Just gonna request approach. Request approach. I think it's 6 still on the ILS. Landings, like I was just saying, landings are the best thing, single-handedly, the best thing you will ever do when you're training to fly. Well, I mean, like something that you're never going to forget. Takeoffs, in my opinion, are relatively boring when you're behind the controls. I used to much prefer the landings, but my first landing, continuous flight, expect the ILS approach. Let's have a look here. 06. Okay, so it hasn't changed. Amazing. When you do your first landing, it will be something that you never ever forget. It was one of the coolest things I ever did, and I remember we were doing circuits for my first landing. Of course, like you would. Right hand circuit. And I was coming in nice and smooth. It was really, really nice. Really looking forward to it. I was getting a little bit nervous because when you land for the first time, you're like, I have no clue how this is going to go. But I did. I landed, obviously touch and go. And it was like genuinely the perfect thing. And it was the coolest thing. I was like, wow, like I've landed this plane. Like this. There's a sense of pride when you do it. And it was very smooth. It was very nice. It was absolutely flawless. I was quite surprised. So I got a little bit too cocky. I got a little bit too overconfident. And so we obviously took off, went around in the circuit again, and came in for my second landing. And I floated so much. And then I bounced. And then I floated and then went around. So yeah, it was one of those things. But yeah, if you're training for your PPO and you haven't done your landings yet, look forward to them. It's one of the coolest things. One of the best ceilings. Ever when you're learning to fly, in my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. Let's see here then. We've actually got... I actually completely forgot about the giveaway here. Let's just do an active user one whilst we're here then, because it's a lot quicker, because we're actually about to land. Let me fire up Nightbot here. Do a giveaway. Of course, a month sub to Infinite Flight. And of course, those of you that are channel members will have an increased chance. You're 2 times more likely to win the prize. All you have to do is essentially just type anything in the chat. You just have to be active within the last 5 minutes. I'll leave it rolling for like 2 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and roll it and see who wins the prize. See who Nightbot picks. Oh. Oh! I just realized something, and I think I just saved it. We just leveled off. Oh, wait, no. What am I looking at? I'm looking at altitude above ground level. Let's turn VNAV back on there. I thought we was going to bust through 10,000 feet above 250 knots, but we're safe. We're fine. We'll start to slow down to 250 anyway.
I'm sorry, Private Wings 919 Foxtrot. Ryanair 2518. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Not too long now.
Turkish 422 is 3 nautical miles north of 1,000 at 7,700 feet. Lion VFR.
Frequency change approved. Ryanair 2518. Good day.
Turkish 422. Roger. Proceed on course.
Okay, we'll go ahead and roll it in 5, 4, 25 entries so far. Actually, do you know what? Let's get it to 30. We need 30 people to enter this giveaway before we consider rolling it. There you go, over to Prague approach on 119.00. Send a switch here and request approach. Actually, no. We don't. I'll just check in. Unless they tell me to say intentions, but I already requested approach with Stansted just a minute ago. Radar contact. Should show on their end that we're, following a specific arrival. Alright, 28 entries so far.
Victor Alpha. Turn right heading 330.
Waiting for 2 more.
Turn right heading 330. Wizz Air Malta 7 Victor Alpha.
30. There we go. Okay, so like I say, all you had to do to enter this giveaway is be active in the chat. It's as easy as that. Let's see who the winner is. Remember, channel members have 2 times more luck than anyone else. Are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The winner of this giveaway is Lanes Aviation. Congratulations on winning a month to Infinite Flight Pro. Are you here in the chat? You should be. Let us know if you are. Not even a channel member. That was just pure luck. There we go. Congrats on winning winning a month to pro. Just let me know your forum name in the chat. I'm pretty convinced it's probably Lanes Aviation anyway, if I took a wild guess. But let me know how your membership ended yesterday. There we go. Perfect timing. Let me know your forum name in the chat so that we can go ahead and get in touch and provide you with a sub.
Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Clear Knowles runway 6. Wizz Air Malta 7 Victor Alpha.
That's very lucky.
Private Wings 919 Foxtrot. Radar contact.
Then I sent the cone challenge pics to your DM on Discord. Gonzo, go ahead and throw them on the actual forum thread. I'm most likely to see them there, if I'm honest with you. I check the forum like all the time. I'm like actually very active on the forum, obviously. It's part of my role. But you know, I'll most likely see them there more than what I'd probably see them on Discord. Discord's a very creative place. Lane's Aviation White Sea. Okay, Lane, expect a message from me later today on the forum. And we'll go ahead and hook you up for the free sub. That said, it's more or less time to land. We're currently 39.5 miles out of Prague. Start setting up for our approach in a minute. Let's go ahead and tune the ILS for our arrival runway, which is 06 today. Tap on the airport, runways 06, set nav 1, ready to go. Of course, if you didn't win the giveaway, like we say as always, don't be too disheartened. We do these giveaways quite frequently anyway on these streams. So of course, be sure to tune back in to the next one where we'll do another giveaway where you might be able to win one there as well. There's always plenty of opportunities. Like I say again, don't be too disheartened. If you didn't win, come back for another chance. This is my second time winning an Infinite Flight giveaway, said Lanes. Nice. That should be on the BBC breakfast. What? It should be on TV. I've been here the entire stream. Please bust the landing, no pressure. I will try my very best to land smoothly today. I can assure you that. We'll see how it pans out. Need a real Ryanair landing. Said Momo Games. Infinite Flight England says, I won 0 Infinite Flight giveaways with a sad face. But you did win a very, very busy and popular event today. Please do the Ryanair landing. Aviator EK, no, I haven't ever done that route. See though. There we go. We're more or less just flying straight in now. Have an escort off to our left. Right now, normally start the flare at 100 feet. Probably. Let's see. Not far out at all. 27 miles. Probably just about see the airport, yeah. Matt ahead of us there in his wonderful Challenger 350. Ryan said, "Hey Dan, I'm happy to say I finally got my PPL license." Oh, awesome! Congratulations. That's really, really cool to hear. Ryan, please, if you haven't done so already, share your story. We've really encouraged this. Share your story with our community on the forum if you ever get a spare moment to. We love to hear about this stuff. And that's an amazing achievement. Congratulations again. 𝗖𝗛𝗔𝗡𝗟𝗏, you did also have a very popular event as well. JS Ribs, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Just in time for the landing. Okay, all right. Down to 4,000 now. Seems like a very low approach. A very low approach. It's going to maintain 4,000, maintain 4,000 to establish on the localizer clear 06. Cool. Okay, Reese, thank you so much for your service there. Let's go ahead and prepare to tune over to tower. We've already set everything else up. So down to 4,000, and we're finished. Over to tower on 118.10. There we go. Awesome stuff. We'll just send the switch here and we'll call him out. Oh, Anshul! Oh, Anshul's behind the controls here. Nice. That's pretty cool. That's different. That's a different name. Haven't seen that one on a stream before. Landing on the ILS, on the ILS 6. Number 206 cleared to land. Thanks, Anshul. How do you know when events will be streamed on YouTube? You'll be able to see, of course, the socials across our social media, but most importantly, have your notifications on for our YouTube channel itself, because you will receive a notification when we schedule these streams. That's how you'll know when we go live. So again, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all notifications, that you get the notifications when we schedule the streams and then go live with the streams. It's the most effective way to find out, obviously. Let's start slowing down and get some flaps in here. $14 miles out.
November 1 Delta Charlie. When able, turn right. Contact ground on the taxiway.
Still quite far out now. I see the runway though. Of course, land in the cockpit view today.
Wilco. November
Just like
1
this.
Delta Charlie.
Flew on a Ryanair. Wait, hold on a minute. Let's go ahead and turn APPR on it. We'll go ahead and disconnect that in just a moment, but of course it will bring us in perfectly. Flew on Ryanair's max to Amsterdam a few weeks ago, which was the same day you flew your BA-83 back from Chicago O'Hare to Mercury Aviation. Nice. I was supposed to fly out to Cyprus not too long ago with the Ryanair 737 MAX, but the day before the aircraft switched, which was actually kind of like low-key a little bit depressing, so I really wanted to, you know, try the MAX out. But I'm yet to go on MAX. Yet to go on MAX. Right, getting close then. Let's start to reduce our speed to our final landing speed, which will probably be around 140 knots. Wait, what's the yoke doing? What is going on here? Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Let's go ahead and bring that speed down. Yeah, the yoke's shaking like my camera, yeah. Yeah. 7 miles out. Go ahead and drop our landing gear soon. Flaps are not full yet. 6 miles. As soon as we hit 6, we'll drop the gear and get the last stage of flaps in. Here we go. Full flaps. Just final calibration here. It's 140. Pilot disengaged.
Private wings 919 Foxtrot.
Maybe our landing speed will be slightly slower than anticipated.
Clear to land.
We are relatively light today.
Clear to land. Runway
Let's
6.
concentrate now.
Wings 919 Foxtrot.
Winds are quite calm.
Ryanair 333
9 knots.
flight of 7. Contact Prague approach on 119.0. Contacting Prague approach on 119.0. Ryanair 333 flight of 7.
It's 500 feet. Ryanair it.
X-ray Yankee Alpha Golf X-ray. Line up and wait runway 6.
Line up and wait runway 6. X-ray Yankee.
Oh yeah, that was nice. Okay, let's get back onto the centre here. Rudder's being very sluggish. That was nice.
Delta Alpha November. When able, turn right and contact ground. Please expedite.
We'll just vacate to the right here. We'll exit the runway as quick as possible because there's an aircraft right behind us.
Wheel code Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
There we go. We'll try to watch that in the replay. Hopefully the replay loads this time.
X-ray Yankee Alpha Golf X-ray. Wind 340 at 9er. Runway 6.
There we
Cleared
go.
for
Bring the
takeoff.
flaps up.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 6. X-ray Yankee Alpha Golf X-ray.
That was a very nice landing indeed. Right, here we go then. Strobe landing lights off. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU and go over to ground. Press taxi to parking. We'll just park on a remote stand. Oh, there's Matt there in the
Alpha Victor Delta
Challenger.
Alpha November. Taxi to parking. At your discretion.
Solid landing, Dan. Thank you very much. Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Very nice.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November.
We'll literally just park it here on the left.
Good day. Václav Havel ground. Solar
See if there's space
855.
next to. Oh, there isn't space next to deer
Runway 6
anymore.
information Foxtrot.
There might be actually. We'll try and park next to Matt.
Taxi to runway 6. Contact tower when ready. Václav Havel ground. Air India 747 Super. Ready for pushback with information Foxtrot. Taxiing to runway 6. Solar 855. Air India 747 Super. Pushback approved. Pushback approved. Air India
we go.
747 Super.
Park it here. Let's do the cone challenge, as always. Ooh, I think it's going to be a really good one, actually, if we keep it central right now. Let's stop the aircraft there. And, of course, turn off those engines now. APU's running, so let's go ahead and turn off the engines. And then turn off the beacon light. And let's see if the cone is perfectly placed. Oh, this might be a really good one, actually. This might be my best one. Oh, that was close enough. That was slightly off the center line there, but that was a pretty decent attempt, I would say. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. Let's go ahead then. Passengers are now doing their thing. They're disembarking the aircraft. Welcome to Prague, everyone. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pause the stream just momentarily here after we check how much XP we earned from this flight. And then we'll go ahead and watch that takeoff and landing. So let's just have a look very quickly. Thank you, Anshul, very much for the tower and ground there, by the way. Let's just end the flight here. 981 XP, not too bad. Just going to pause just for a second. Right, now we wait for the replay to load up. Whilst we're doing so, let's go ahead and look at the chat, of course, as always. Fox Aviation said, you and what do the infinite flight? I'm not the infinite flight. Oh, no, I'm not the only infinite flight. No. Which device are you playing on? Playing on a 2018 iPad Pro. It's the gameplay you're watching the device you're watching the gameplay from today, and as always, holding up nicely. Dan, next time try the TBM. If it works out, I mean, I'm more than happy to try a different aircraft on these events. And of course, that's maybe something we could do for like a flash flight. Look where I spawned today. I was like, I need to get a quick departure in, so I went and basically held short of 04 for our expeditious departure today. Let's go ahead and watch the takeoff very quickly then. It was a rolling departure. Quite a nice takeoff, I think. Let's see. Very nice. There we go. Not too bad at all. Right. Okay, let's go ahead and watch the landing.
Stansted Tower, Delta Echo Mike Oscar November, inbound on the ILS runway 4.
Just fast forward it a little bit. Once more. Here we go then. See, was it a smooth one? I'm sure it was. Let's watch it from tower. Where are we? We're there. No, we're not Air India 747. No, we're not Air India 747. We're... Damn it, we're Ryanair. Come on. I need to like... There we go, okay. That was nice. That really, really wasn't too bad. Nice. That was a very, very nice landing indeed. Let me see if I can... I'm just going to record the feet per minute here and see if I can just have a look on the replay. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to analyze the video footage on my phone now just to see what the feet per minute was on touchdown.
Alpha Victor Delta Alpha November. When able, turn right and
see that.
Ground.
51 feet per minute. That was really, really nice. I'll take that. That was unrealistic landing, you could say. Oh, anyway. With that said, that is the end of today's stream. There's nothing much else to say. We've landed the flight. We've gone to Prague, and that's it. We're finished. Again, IF England, thank you so much for such a great and fun and busy event as well. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's an amazing turnout. You should be proud of yourself. But anyway, as usual, to the usual outro. Take care of yourself, everyone. Keep the dirty side down. And until then, we will see you in the next stream. As always, goodbye.